Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hi, this is Dan Jurgens, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And this week we'll be covering, well, first we'll get to that new episode of Titans, Season 4, Episode 10, and I think it's Game Over, or something like that. And then we'll get to, then we'll get to the Hunt for Oracle from Nightwing 45 and 46 and Birds of Prey 20 and 21. Yes, Game Over was the Titans episode.
Nice, I get it.
Yes.
It's no Dude, Where's My Gar, though.
No.
Nothing will top that title.
That'll probably
Nothing.
be... I mean, the series is almost over. That'll probably end up being the best title of any episode.
I mean, it's so good. How can you compete?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, they have all the titles I don't think anything comes close to Dude, Where's My Gar?
Like I said, few could compete.
I know. Because, hold on. There's only 2 episodes left. Jeez.
Oh, for real? Just 11. Oh, right. Yeah, that was 10.
Yeah.
11 and 12.
12, yeah. Yeah, next one's Project Starfire, and the last one is Titans Forever.
Okay, then. They're really going to make us wait until basically the bitter end to see. They put that advertise out like, oh, look, here's Tim in the Robin suit. And they're really going to make everybody wait until the bitter end.
Well, remember, what was that? The end of season 2. I mean, we didn't get to see Dick in the Nightwing suit until the last episode, pretty much.
The last episode, yes. He went and saw it at the end of the penultimate episode, and we know he was looking at it and was like, wow, and they wouldn't show it to us.
So we only have new Titans episodes for the next 2 weeks. 2 more episodes. That's it. Yep. Hopefully, I mean, they're starting a new movie universe. Hopefully, we'll get something with with Dick and again.
I mean, it better be better though.
I don't think it could be worse, but yeah, I mean,
don't say that. It definitely could.
I know. All right.
I mean, because at least the casting was pretty decent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He is a pretty good Nightwing. But all right. So, what did you think of this episode? I mean, there wasn't a ton of Dick in it, but I mean, he kind of fought.
Well, okay.
He kind of fought a zombie-looking thing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, except that was my biggest annoyance, which was, why did you not stab it when it was a little puddle? Why did you wait for it to become a big zombie thing that you would have to chase it? I'm like, come on, So that was annoying because I felt like they dragged that out, and he was kind of stupid that like, oh, I see this puddle, and I'm just like, let me stand here and not do anything, and then...
I don't know.
I mean, whatever. I know they just want to show us the cool zombie thing, and obviously it's more exciting to fight some kind of zombie thing than a puddle, but whatever.
I mean, unless you have to wait for it to get solid to stab it, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yes.
My main thing, though, was I realized... Oh, I should go back and watch the Doom Patrol series because these guys are way more fun.
Yes, and nowhere near the usual amount of F-bombs Robot Man usually drops. So.
Is that Brendan Fraser?
Yes, the voices, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, granted, they don't have to drop as many, whatever, but just watching that, the funniness and stuff, I felt like that was more the tone I would have liked. Like, not as many sex jokes, because that's not really the Titans, but a more lighthearted tone like that is a tone that I think would have fit the Titans better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the biggest problems with the whole show is it's just too dark.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like the Doom Patrol can be dark too, but it's like, yeah, I mean, they could have done a little swap, even to like make Titans a little more, add more humor to the Titans and they could have made Doom Patrol a little more dark. Well, I mean, it's usually pretty dark, but I mean the darkness works over there, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe that was the Doom Patrol being lighthearted was not for that. But I feel like that's more what people wanted when you have Titans. I mean, not that they should go like full Teen Titans Go, of course, but they got the family part right about Titans, but they're still a really serious family. And the Titans were a family, but also sometimes not serious.
And it's so weird because it's like, I don't know if it was just scheduling or what, but it wasn't even the whole Doom Patrol because Rita wasn't there. Elastigirl wasn't there. So I don't know what that was up with that. Yeah.
Well, and Niles Calder, is he in the Doom Patrol in the comics or is he for the show?
He was kind of both. I mean, Timothy Dalton was playing him, and then like after was it last season or the season before, he kind of left, so he hasn't been on the show lately, so that's why he wasn't there.
Well, because I mean, that's not Gar's origin in the comics, is it? The Doom Patrol guy killed his parents?
I don't think so, but that does kind of tie into the TV show because they're all kind of like. I'm trying to remember. I don't think he caused their accidents, but he kind of like took advantage of their accidents to try to like experiment on them and stuff, like, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought the Connor and Brother Blood stuff was very interesting. I mean, that's very much not the comics. And I was like, Connor, why would you leave him alone with the computer? You know you shouldn't do that.
And it was so weird. I know Connor's kind of probably under an influence of whatever Lex put in his head, but I don't know. I was like, was he trying to take advantage of Brother Blood here, or is he just like, because he honestly seemed like he was like, well, here, has anyone ever asked you what you wanted? And I don't know. It didn't seem like he was going to double cross him unless he didn't get the chance to.
No, but he did.
Connor kind of reasserts control, you know, does whatever so the Titans can track him and, you know, or backdoor into the program and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Connor's like kind of trying to work all the angles.
Yeah. I just meant he didn't do like a Lex double cross where it's like, I stole your power for myself. Haha.
Oh, right. Yeah. But not yet. He's probably not quite there yet. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's still, again, when Corey's like, oh man, I didn't kill Sebastian when I should have. That's just a weird thing that's definitely not how they would act in the comics. So that was...
Again, it's like we're getting towards the end of the season, and in every single one of these seasons, there's usually at least one episode towards the end where the writing kind of goes haywire. Like once again, when Dick goes to prison.
Yeah, although, I mean... That was just them saying something. I mean, I guess maybe they haven't gone as...
Yeah, it hasn't been that bad this season. Yeah, it's just every so often you might get a line where it's just like, yeah, would they say that? Right,
yeah, instead of like... I mean, but that is something that I find that is a problem with the whole show because that line does actually fit with the show, but it does not actually fit with who the Titans are in the source material.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit, Corey being like, why shouldn't I just kill this guy at first? But other people would be like, no, Corey, of course you shouldn't kill him. We don't kill him. Never feel bad about that. And here they're like, you probably should have killed him, but don't worry about it. Like, what?
And how do you feel about Gar meeting Cyborg?
That was cool. I mean, it was good that Cyborg said booyah. But I still felt like Cyborg was too quiet. I don't know. I always feel like Cyborg from the comics, and of course influenced by the shows, has a bigger personality. And I felt like he was actually kind of quiet, and sometimes you kind of forgot that he was there in the episode. And I don't know, that doesn't really feel like Cyborg to me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think they were just trying to, like, even watching Doom Patrol, it seems like they tried to make him a mashup of, like, you know, the comics and the animation and stuff, but also like those movies. So it's
Yeah, I think the movies don't give him a big enough personality. And I mean, I suppose that's because in the movies, he's definitely the young one, and he's with all of these, older people. But that's kind of partially why he needs the Titans. Because he was so quiet.
Yeah.
The other thing though is when Dick pulled out that book, the magic book. And he said it, Glavis knocked him, the Key of Night. I was like, oh man, I'm not great at Latin, but I know enough that I was like, man, they translated that wrong. They used the wrong ending. I mean, the words are right, but they put the wrong ending on the M. That was an accusative direct object ending, and it should have been a genitive ending. So it should have been Glavis Noctis. And I was like, rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Also, though, who was that Italian witch? Like, she's not in the comics, is she?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I noticed they had her name as Helena. Well, I watch it with closed captioning on, and so in closed captioning they said her name was Helena.
Huh?
So I was like, okay, but.
And when Dick said his British friend, I don't know. I'm like, is that supposed to be Constantine? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. Because then when he said something to Raven about it's not really a friend you want to have, I was thinking, oh, it must be Constantine.
Probably, yeah. He
doesn't want to expose this teenager to Constantine's hard drinking, hard smoking ways.
That's who they should have had for an episode. Matt Ryan playing redoing his role as Constantine. Oh, that would have been so good.
Constantine's a character. He's great.
Oh yeah.
But I did think it was cute when she was like, when Helena the witch was like, "Your faith will make the blade, and you'll be able to kill him based on your love for this child." I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that was funny when the thing starts forming and Dick starts attacking, and all he has is the handle, and he's like, trying to hit it with the handle.
But, I mean, I like it. I think it works for the show.
Yeah.
But it is also a little bit weird because it's not like Dick had a dad relationship with Raven in the comics. But, I mean, he clearly does here.
Yeah. Because, again, the age difference here is a lot different.
But also I thought it was good that since Bernard was injured, that Tim got to show off his computer skills. Because, as I said a couple episodes ago, I was like, Bernard is doing all the heavy lifting here.
I know. Well, I mean, I guess they're like, oh, he's the Star Labs guy. He might know a little more.
No, I know, but I mean, it isn't like the other ones are incapable.
Oh, I know, yeah.
They just were not having them do anything. You just always having Bernard do it.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, I mean, it's, again, I think this season they've kind of, again, not made some of the mistakes they've made in previous seasons.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think the writing's the best.
No.
But I think it's better. But yeah, it's like, okay, you got it together just in time for the end.
Yeah. Curious.
But yeah, it's like, so on the one hand, yeah, okay, it sucks that this is a show with our favorite character, Dick Grayson, in it, and it's ending. But on the other hand, I'm not really that sad to see it go because it's not really that good of a show.
Good, I'm not the only one who feels that way. Okay.
So it's like, oh, okay, there's no more show with Dick Grayson on it. But at least I don't have to watch this show with and be like, oh, what new travesty might they commit?
Exactly. All right. So
that's good.
Yes. All right. So should we get to these comics?
Yes.
All right. So, yes, like I said, tonight we're covering the crossover, The Hunt for Oracle, which began in Nightwing 45 from July 2000.
I would just like to say, so last week when I went to the DC Universe app, I typed in Brotherhood of the Fist. Boom, it brought me up the storyline and had all of them in a row. This time when I went for Hunt for Oracle, it brought the comics up, but not in a little storyline box. So I had to keep going back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. Because you gotta.
So, boom on their search system. Step it up, DC.
I know. Again, if you have a crossover, yeah, you should have a way to just bring up all the issues. Or at least in order. All right, so yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, so Nightwing 45.
Which that is another issue with which even when they bring it up for me in, you still have to, like, they only have automatically one thing. Whenever you finish a comic, it wants to take you automatically to the next one.
Yeah.
In
that
like,
series, yeah.
In that series. And that's kind of annoying too when you go through, so you still have to keep going back.
Yeah, it's not even just DC. Marvel's the same way, so it's like, yeah. Write to them, you know, give them that feedback. Say, if it's a crossover between two books, you know, you should have a direct link just to the next part. All right, so yeah, Nightwing 45, July 2000, The Hunt for Oracle Part 1, To the Slaughter. Writer Chuck Dixon, penciler Greg Land, inker Jose Marzan Jr., colorist Patricia Mulvihill and Jameson, letterer John Costanza, and editors Joseph Illage and Bob Schreck. Nightwing and Kristen's favorite character, Nightwing, aka Tad.
That guy.
Find themselves in the clutches of Blockbuster, who has hired two siblings specialized in torture. While Nightwing gets thrown into a cell, the torturers shall do their work on Nightwing to find out anything regarding Oracle. Okay, if it's Tad, I'm just going to say Tad, alright? Some other thugs are searching the area around Blockbuster's house for a vehicle. They find the Nightbird, which automatically engages its defense systems. But that does not prevent the car from getting blown up by a bazooka. Meanwhile, Blockbuster covers all angles as he has not only hired the two computer experts Mouse and Giz to digitally locate Oracle, but also Lady Vic and Brutal to bring down Black Canary. As Mouse and Giz are using secured hardware from the Nightbird to locate Oracle, Nightwing is treated with a truth serum, but Dick only acts as if he's being affected by it and headbutts the two siblings. When one of them wants to continue the interrogation using an electric drill, they are suddenly gunned down by none other than Cisco Blaine, the right hand of Blockbuster. Nightwing is perplexed to hear that Blaine is actually a federal agent. So
that was pretty thorough.
Yes. So it's again, it's so weird because this is a part one, but meanwhile we're picking up in the middle because Nightwing and Tad were like captured last issue and stuff. So yes, when we open up, they're already like.
Yeah, and actually one thing that I thought was kind of interesting was, one thing, I like the art. Whenever they switched over to Greg Land, I like his art better than Scott McDaniel. I don't know, I prefer that somewhat. I don't know, I just prefer this style. One thing that I thought was interesting, and I'm trying to remember, is a lot of them refer to Oracle as she. Which is correct, but I was a little bit... Do they somehow already know that it's a she?
I don't know, because doesn't it seem like people switch, kind of seem like they switch back and forth? Because it seems like some pages they call her she, and then other places it's like they, because they don't know who Oracle is.
Right, which I thought was interesting, because I feel that as though the default assumption, because that's kind of the default assumption in the world anyway, and in tech, would be that Oracle was a he. I mean, unless they feel like, because the Oracle at Delphi was a female, maybe that's why she picked it. But a part of me thought, what? Like, how do they already know she's a she? I guess I would have thought that would be kind of one benefit that Oracle might have, is that a lot of people would think that they were looking for a man.
Yeah. Again, it seems like all the villains were either calling her she or they, so it's like, again, unless they were just guessing or
right.
Yeah, because I think Blockbuster had no clue. We blew up the car. That ain't cool.
So true. So, I was thinking, because it's actually been a while, of course, since I read this, but several years ago, when Dick came back to Bloodhaven after being in Grayson, aren't some of these the people who were in that kind of support group he went to and were friends with his girlfriend? Remember how he went to that, former villains support group or something?
Yeah, I think the Mouse and Giz, I think you're right. I think they do show up again. Yeah, in this period here, or maybe even a couple years before this, I know they showed up at least in a storyline or two in Catwoman, so that's kind of where they were from. And I didn't read a ton of Birds of Prey in this era. I don't know if they were in there, but I know they showed up in Catwoman a few times. Then they showed up here, and I think you are right. After when Rebirth started. Yeah, they were in that support group. Yeah, because I think Tim Seeley was like trying to like call back to some stuff, and I guess these two are kind of a callback to this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was like, oh wait, these guys sound familiar from.
Well, especially because they worked for Blockbuster too.
Well, and I think it was the guy having the squirrel on his shoulder.
Oh yeah. But I said, I mean, I don't think I forget. It might be in a later part, but I love Blockbuster as like such an old man. It's like, oh, do you need to go to your computers? And they're like, nah, we can just do this from our laptop anywhere.
Right.
Oh yeah, our friends Lady Vic and Brutal are back. And I forgot in this era, it's so weird. I guess it's like Black Canary knows Oracle's a woman, but I guess she had never met Barbara face to face yet.
That was a little bit weird.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I ever read the one where they actually like first like became partners or how that came about. So I'm guessing she must have contacted her, over a computer or something, or over the phone or whatever. Because I know for the longest time, I think she first started showing up after she got paralyzed in like Suicide Squad. But I think Barbara was really keeping her identity like a really close secret. Only like the Bat family knew. Yeah. Like at this point, I don't know if she even knows Tim's name at this point. It's basically like.
Well, okay, that was a weird one. Yeah, because and that felt really. I feel like they've kind of got the timeline a little bit messed up with that because in one of them, she says, "Dear Dick, Bruce, and whoever Robin is at the moment."
Yeah.
And I was like, this book has been, like, you've met Robin before.
I mean, she met him, but I don't know. I'm trying to remember she knew. Did she? I'm trying to remember when she found out what his name was. It. I thought it was by No Man's Land, but this is after No Man's Land. But
right, that's what I was thinking. But I was like, this is after No Man's Land, even though it seemed to me like she should have known before No Man's Land as well. But whatever.
But I wonder too if it's just there's been so many Robins already. Is it just maybe this will goes into effect now, or maybe she dies years from now. So it's like, well, say I die 5 years from now, whoever's Robin 5 years from now,
right?
Just in case it's not Tim or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Oh, I was gonna say, I didn't know if you wanted to discuss that article I sent you. I guess there was talks during the Rick Grayson era that Tim taking over the Nightwing identity.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I would have. I mean, I don't know if that might have been better than like a couple strangers, like those cops and those first responders doing it. But I don't know if people would have thought Tim was like betraying Dick by doing that or.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing was dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, and I think the essence also in that article where I think it was Tom King.
Yeah.
Was his suggestion. He said it would have happened for 6 to maybe 12 issues. And I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Is they let the Rick Grayson thing go on way too long.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it does.
It was like 2 years.
Yeah, I think it didn't help that they lost the original writer and stuff, and then they were scrambling to find some, because we had a writer or two in here before they brought in Dan Jurgens to clean it up.
Right. Well, and the original guy wanted to have it be Vertigo or something.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, what they ended up doing, like, sucked.
And it's not even like it was like something good like people liked like Grayson or the Grayson series or something. I'm pretty sure most of the fandom hated Rick Grayson, so I'm like, why would you drag that out for 2 years?
Right, yeah, it was dumb. And definitely sales on the book totally tanked. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really.
But yeah, Tom King was writing Batman at the time, so he was the one who wrote the actual Batman issue where Dick gets shot in the head, so.
Which is fine. I mean, again, like, it didn't bother me that he got shot in the head. It just bothered me that they clearly had no clue what to do with it. Like I said, if they had gone straight into the, KGB did this to get at Batman, but also the Court of Owls, and it was that whole thing, like, that would have made sense.
You know what would have been interesting? It just hit me. Like, Dick gets shot in the head, he has amnesia, but he still tries to be Nightwing. But then we reverse the what came before, and Bruce is like, Tim, I want you to help train Dick to try to get back to what he was. So instead of, as we've seen Dick train Tim so many times, now Tim's kind of training Dick to like get back to what he was.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been better. Yeah, I mean, it probably would have been better because what they wrote sucked and nobody liked it. And particularly how they had Dick not be interested in his family and stuff. That just didn't really feel right, because he's always been very family oriented. Yeah. It feels like if you, whatever, let's not talk about it. It was a dark time.
Yeah. All right. So you have any other thoughts on this first issue, or should we jump to the next one?
No, we can go to the next one.
All right. So that one, let me find the link here, was Birds of Prey number 20. There we go. Birds of Prey 20. August 2000. The Hunt for Oracle Part 2. The Noose. Let's see. Of course, Chuck Dixon writing again. Penciler and inker Jackson Geis. Colorist Gloria Vasquez and Digital Chameleon. Letterer Albert de Guzman and editor Joseph Illidge. While Black Canary is being hunted by Lady Vic and Brutal, Blockbuster continues to push his other mercenaries to find the real person behind the digital myth named Oracle. Barbara keeps herself mobile in her Humvee and tells Black Canary that she needs her in Gotham. However, during the conversation, Lady Vic sneaks up on Dinah and knocks her out. Nightwing has been freed by Agent Ronnie Houston, aka Cisco Blaine. Dick wants to go to his car to turn the Blockbuster files over to the federal agent and thus ask Houston to free Tad. As Black Canary comes to, she is still in contact with Oracle. Dinah is being held on a private jet and thinks she is on her way to Gotham City. Meanwhile, Nightwing finds out that his car exploded, so all evidence against Blockbuster got destroyed as well. He gives a quick call to Robin to warn him that Oracle might be in danger. But the situation gets worse as Nightwing tells him that he killed Cisco Blaine. Because
Nightwing.
Tad's a jerk. Yeah. And again, it's like, yeah, he didn't know he's a federal agent, but it's like, Tad, we don't kill anybody.
Right, yes.
Idiot. All right. So, part 2.
So, I think it's two different artists, but their style is really similar. Like it moves pretty seamlessly between the two books, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's minute differences, but yeah, I mean, it's not like sometimes you'll get a crossover and the art styles are so conflicting and different. Yeah, this one's not.
Well, I mean, in Brotherhood of the Fist, the art styles were pretty different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because what was that, like 3 or 4? There's like 4 different series, so yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that bad.
But I just wanted to say, though, that we have some typical comics depictions of women here that, like, Black Canary's outfit doesn't even cover her entire butt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, that is leaving too much exposed when you are fighting.
Oh, yeah. So especially for, it's like somebody fires a bullet, or we're going to shoot the leg. I mean, she might be bulletproof up top, but yeah, I'm going to shoot her in the leg or something.
Right. Right. Well, I guess it's because Black Canary's technically meta, right?
Kinda. I mean, at this point,
but it's just a voice thing, right? I mean, it's not like...
Yeah, she had like a high frequency canary cry, but at this point, I think, she had been injured, like in the Green Arrow book. I know for a while she didn't have her scream, so I think I'm trying to remember if she had got her scream back yet or not. But she might not even have that power at this point. Oh yeah, because I think that's why she like threw that like device that kind of did the same thing.
So yeah, it's like okay, it kind of makes sense for Supergirl and Power Girl if they don't want to cover up entirely.
Yeah,
they're still bulletproof, even their naked flesh. But like Black Canary is not.
Exactly. Yeah. And like previous costumes, she at least had fishnet stockings on or something. Now it's like nothing. Oh, is this the issue where Tim's like, I think Dick's like asking him like, get over here. And he's like, my dad took the Redbird off me when he sent me to boarding school.
Yeah. Or else that's the next one.
It's either that or the next one. Yeah. He's like, Alfred's got the van. Oh, I think it is this one. Cause I think that Tim and Alfred show up in the next one in the Nightwing issue.
So yeah. Like you said, Cisco.
So yeah, Tad kills Cisco when Cisco comes to free him.
So when we get to page 16, is Barbara still in her car, or is this when she's gone to she was in her car. He said she's in her Humvee, but then doesn't she end up going onto that submarine?
She does eventually, yeah. I don't know. Sometimes they show her sitting there, but they really don't show where.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. All right. Should I just get to the next one? We'll.
Yeah. Although I just wanted to say that picture of Dick, I think I've seen that on the internet a lot.
Oh yeah.
That panel where he's behind the rock and he's like, "Oh my car, what next?"
All right, Nightwing 46, August 2000. Also, The Hunt for Oracle Part 3, The Dying Hours. Looks like the same team from the first Nightwing issue. Nightwing is furious at Tad that Tad just told him that he killed Cisco Blaine. Tad had no clue that Blockbuster's right hand actually was a federal agent working undercover. As Nightwing tries to explain to Tad that he is not supposed to kill anybody, they're suddenly attacked by Grim the Gorilla. Dick electrocutes him with his suit taser, but even that only knocks the big gorilla out for a few seconds. Thankfully, Robin and Alfred arrive just in time, and it is Alfred who takes down Grim with some rubber bullets. The three men want to get to Oracle now, but Alfred's van is already being followed by another one of Blockbuster's newest mercenaries, Thrill Devil. Meanwhile, in Blockbuster's private jet, Black Canary is able to free herself. She overwhelms Brutal and jumps out of the plane with a parachute. But Lady Vic is crazy enough to jump after her without having a parachute herself. Lady Vic grabs Black Canary, but Dinah knocks Lady Vic unconscious and both collide to the ground safely after the parachute opened. Then Dinah rents a sports car and contacts Oracle while making her way to Gotham City. But it may be too late because Mouse and Giz, the two computer specialists hired by Blockbuster, have finally tracked down Oracle in an abandoned submarine.
Oh, again, pretty thorough.
Yeah, I mean, this one's fun. This one's fun. Yes, they get attacked by a gorilla who...
Yeah, Gorilla Grim, is he related to Gorilla Groot? Like, is he a new gorilla? Where are all these gorillas coming from?
He's like, I think he's from Gorilla City like Grodd is. He was in, I think, it was his first appearance, the JL8 crossover. He's basically like Grodd, but he's more like, he was trying to be a gangster. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but yeah, so he's basically a super intelligent gorilla.
Well, I mean, everyone from Gorilla City is, right? That's their shtick.
Yeah. But yeah, he grabs Dick, and Dick's like, gotcha, and hits him with that suit taser. He's like, he said he amped it up for Blockbuster, but it's like, which it doesn't, unless it wasn't going to work on Blockbuster anyway, but I'm just like, isn't Blockbuster bigger than this gorilla? Shouldn't the taser have taken him down?
Yep, gorillas are really strong.
Yes, but I do like Alfred shows up with that rifle with the rubber bullets, which is so weird because I guess didn't Alfred say something like he was going to bring real bullets, but Tim talked them out of it?
Yeah, Barbara must be on the submarine. She must have been on the submarine.
Yeah,
the other one. This looks more like.
Yeah, I think they were trying to like keep it, vague until like the reveal at the end of that last page. But I love they all power the minivan and the Thrill Devil's chasing them and. Dick's like, what kind of weapons does this thing have? And Alfred's like, this isn't one of Master Bruce's toys. It's a regular minivan.
Like, what?
So Dick just had to, like, jump up on top of the minivan.
Yeah, and that was pretty... Oh, yeah, that was pretty crazy, Lady Vic jumping out.
Oh, yeah, after Dinah, yeah.
Yes, and that's... Yeah, this is the one where Barbara's like, to Dick Bruce and whoever Robin is these days.
Mm. And that's one of our cliffhanger. And that's our other cliffhanger where the Dick and Thrill Devil go off the bridge. But I mean, that was like a decent action scene. Yeah, him fighting the guy on the motorcycle.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything to say other than what.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say I'll do the last.
It was a very thorough description.
Yes. Here, I'll do the last one. Then we can just talk about the thing as a whole. All right, Birds of Prey 21, September 2000, The Hunt for Oracle Part 4, The Deep. Looks like the same team as the last Birds of Prey issue. Blockbuster has gathered his troops around an abandoned submarine, which he believes is the current hideout of Oracle. Via cameras, Oracle is able to watch how the mercenaries enter the submarine. She talks to Black Canary, who is still 30 minutes away from her, though. So Oracle detonates some explosives so that water begins to flow into the holes of the old submarine. That is bad news for the electrocutioner, who generally should stay away from water. Not far away from the dry dock, Nightwing has bested Thrill Devil. Robin and him spot the fireworks nearby and guess that they will find Oracle there. Even though Barbara cannot move her legs, she is still able to defend herself and hold the intruders at bay. Then she takes a long dive to get out of the submarine and finally is rescued out of the water by Black Canary, who finally meets Oracle in person. Dinah carries Oracle to a hangar, which is quickly surrounded by Blockbuster and his thugs. Black Canary wants to save Barbara, so she steps out and tells Blockbuster that actually she is Oracle. After Blockbuster is left with Canary as prisoner, Nightwing, Robin, and Alfred find Oracle, who is very disturbed how the situation turned out. And again, this is, just like in the beginning of the story, this one is so weird because, like, it ends on a cliffhanger, but, like, this is, like, the end of the hunt for Oracle.
Right, yeah. I know. I was tempted. I was like, oh, maybe I should read the next one.
I know, because I was thinking about it, too, because I don't think I read these. Like, when this first came out, I just read the Nightwing issues. I was just like, oh, I should try to find this Birds of Prey issues, but I never did. I know. Maybe we'll have to cover that. If Dick's in it, maybe we'll have to cover up the wrap up to this one day.
This panel right here was awesome and no doubt launched many fan fictions.
Oh yeah, she's basically cradling her on the dock there, yeah.
I was like, dang, that picture is sexy.
But yeah, I mean, again, it was just basically just, hey, it's like she's trying to take down Blockbuster's people. And that's always strikes me as odd, the whole electrocutioner thing. I'm trying to remember his power in his suit, because it's like over at Marvel, Electro, Spider-Man's enemy, like his power's in his body, and like half the time Spider-Man shorts him out with water. So I was like, this guy never takes like a shower or a bath or anything, because it's like, it seems like
it's not in the suit.
I know with Electro it is. I'm trying to remember if Electrocutioner it's in the suit or not, but I don't. But I'm like, these guys never bathe. I'm like, if water is this much of a problem for him,
that's pretty disgusting.
Exactly.
What do they just dry shampoo their whole bodies?
Either that, or just like fry themselves clean. I don't know. I mean, the ending wasn't, again, except for the cliffhanger. The ending wasn't bad, but I thought Dick was going to have more to do in this last part.
Yeah. Okay. So in number 22,
yes,
they've got Black Canary, and they're trying to, and then they're all in some car, and Dick's laying in the back seat, and Alfred's like, "Should we intervene, Miss Gordon?" And she's like, "I'm not sure any of us are up for it, Alfred. We might wind up endangering Dinah more." And then Deathstroke shows up.
Yeah, we'll have to look at it. Maybe one day we'll get to that. So stay tuned, kids. Maybe we'll get to it one day. So again, I mean, probably not as much Dick Grayson as we wanted in this, but what did you think of this story?
Yeah, not bad. I mean, the art was good and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Again, a lot of action, because again, the beginning of the story we pick up in the middle, and at the end we kind of leave it on a cliffhanger. So
yeah, Dick's not really in it. The next one. Yeah,
that's why I figured. I'm like, should we wrap it up? And I was like, yeah, Dick's probably not in it a lot.
Then it's like a Birds of Prey thing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the whole reason they didn't put the hunt for Oracle on it, because it's just like, oh, the crossover's over, go
home. Ted's in it.
Oh, who'd you say, Ted?
Yeah, Ted
Cord Blue.
Right? Isn't that?
Yeah, because I think he might have worked with him for a while. So.
Oh, and I think it's in. It looks like it's in this one, number 22, where Blockbuster is having his heart surgery.
Oh, in Birds of Prey. That's weird. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I'm thinking I don't think we ever actually see him get the operation in Nightwing. Might be an issue or two after the hunt for Oracle. I think we see him sitting there all bandaged up or something. But once again, just like last week's Brotherhood of the Fist, both of these books are written by Chuck Dixon, so I guess he can just throw stuff wherever he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, because so far, Nightwing hasn't been doing much in it, but...
Yeah.
But then when we get to number 25, a thrill spills chills. It looks like they're trying to tempt us that Barbara and Ted are going to kiss.
Oh, yeah, because again, I mean, they tease it, especially since they both have, like, kind of their own books. But, yeah, remember when Dick and Barbara were kind of getting closer during No Man's Land? And it's like, oh, we gotta throw more obstacles in the way. Oh, look, Huntress got shot.
Yeah, I was always a little confused. Yeah, because it was during No Man's Land that they first kissed, right?
I think, yeah, I know they did, yeah.
That was like Nightwing 38 or something.
Yeah, because, like, yeah, those, like, late 30s ones, yes, during No Man's Land, yeah. Again, it's always hard when both people have like their own ongoing books. So, but they're both written by Chuck Dixon.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, and I think I actually kind of liked it a little bit better reading it afterwards. And I was like, oh, these people popped up again like 20 years later. Oh.
Yeah, I get a little more. Yeah, see, it's kind of good to read old ones later on sometimes because there's more layers to it. Yeah,
and I mean, I kind of like the art. I kind of like that style.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great.
No, I think Canary should have something on her legs, but whatever. Safety first, guys. Safety first.
I mean, it's a tradition. I mean, how long did Dick go with nothing on his legs?
So long. But at least he had the excuse of, I'm a child.
That's true. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, when New Teen Titans started, what was he, like 18, 19? All right, so... Anything?
It's true. I'm not saying it's right, but...
Yeah. It's a comic book trope.
Well, it's just, it was like, it wasn't supposed to be sexy. I guess that's the difference. It wasn't supposed to be sexy. Well, I mean, okay, maybe it was supposed to be a little bit sexy in New Teen Titans when they was always get, like, strategically ripped and stuff. But, like, at least it covered his entire butt.
That's true. I mean, you think this guy, I mean, remember All-Star Batman and Robin? That Black Canary was even worse.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So anything else on these?
I think that's it.
All right. So, all right, Kristen, I believe in 3 weeks it'll be our new, our episode with the new, Nightwing 104 and probably World's Finest. But the next 2 weeks, I have something special for you.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
All right. Next week, we're going to cover Justice League of America 91 and 92.
Okay.
And you say, why those? Because those feature, among a lot of characters, Earth 2 Dick Grayson, Robin.
Oh, right.
So they're a little older. So, yeah. So Justice...
So are these like from the... Wait, are these from the 90s or earlier than that?
No, they're earlier than that. No. These are pre-crisis. Yeah, no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so next week we'll do Justice League of America 91 and 92, and then in 2 weeks we'll do Justice League of America 123 and 124. So yeah, that'll be Justice Society and Earth 2 Robin. So
nice. Okay, so is this? Oh, okay. This is the Justice League of America 1960 to 1987.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that series. Yeah,
a lot of Justice League of America books. I had to keep scrolling.
I know. So yeah,
it's like they kept stopping and restarting that one.
Yeah. So the ones for the next 2 weeks, yeah, they'll be in there.
Yes, the one where it starts out where Wonder Woman is the secretary.
All right. So yes, kids.
Awesome.
So, yes, next week, Justice League of America 91 and 92, and then in 2 weeks, Justice League of America 123 and 124. All right, so send your thoughts on those, send your thoughts on the Hunt for Oracle, send your thoughts on the last couple episodes of Titans. It's about to end here soon.
Yeah, I just went look. This is from 1971.
Yes.
All right.
It could be diggity dank.
Oh, indeed.
All right, so yes, kids, send your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, videos, social media, merchandise, the Patreon. Please subscribe to the Patreon, help support us. Find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's in the show notes. All right. And remember, if you're a huge fan of Dick Grayson, you have to go pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder on Amazon. Or Kristen will hunt you. She'll get hackers that track you down.
If only.
Well,
I don't have that kind of power, and I definitely don't have those kind of skills.
Shh. So just play it safe, kids. Go pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder on Amazon. Yes. Lots of good interviews, and yes, lots of knowledge that you probably don't know about your favorite character, Mr. Richard Grayson. So, and if he's not your favorite, why the hell not?
So true. Why are you even listening to this podcast?
Like Will says over on our Green Lantern podcast, he's like, well, you must have good taste if you're listening to this.
I don't know about that. Maybe you're a masochist listening to this.
Oh! All right. Oh, so yes, next week, Justice League of America 91 and 92 and Titans Season 4, Episode 11, the penultimate episode.
All right, awesome.
And then, like I said, in 2 weeks, Justice League of America 123, 124, and we'll do the finale of Titans. Yep. All right, kids. So remember, join us next time, same wing time.
Same wing channel.
The Nightwing News.